The St. Louis starting lineup because he got to the stadium late, but he would get into the game. Fernando Segignal chops it towards third. Fernando Tatis missed it. Edgar Renteria, though, backed him up. The game's still scoreless. Lee Stevens up, 2 outs, runners in first and second. Ray Langford's got a long run, and you know that hurts on the turf. Langford would go down, but remain in the game. Trey Moore in his first start, facing Fernando Tatis in the second, gets him swinging, gets Renteria swinging. Moore went 5 innings, no runs, 2 hits, and 8 strikeouts. Bottom of the 5th, Vladimir Guerrero facing Rick Ankiel with 2 on. Get out of town. It's been some time for Guerrero since he's gone big fly. We'll tell you exactly how long it's been in just a second. It's his 26th bomb of the year. Expos at a 3-0 lead. Top 7. Here's Will Clark. Will the Thrill in his first at bat as a Cardinal, and he rips it to right center. And he would manage the double. Clark would not score. He was stranded. And the Expos shut out the Cards 4-0.
For Big Mac, second inning, no score, but now there is. It's 1-0. His first National League homer in 7 years. And one of Alan Funt's associates replaced the St. Louis Gatorade supply with NyQuil. Put him to sleep, and Jim Edmonds waking him up. 3-run dong, 31st of the season. Cardinals up 4-0. Take another look. Edmonds appears to be somewhat disappointed after this. Probably because all his players were asleep. We're in the 5th. Not a replay, but very similar angle. Cranks it out once more. 2-run shot, 32nd homer. 5 RBI in the game, and it's 6-1 the Cardinals. Bottom of 5, Pat Hinkin. It's Jose Vidra. The bases were loaded. J.D. Drew makes sure they don't come in. The good catch. Bottom of 6, Hinkin facing Vlad Guerrero. The shortstop, Edgar Renteria, diving, bounces across, had enough on it to get the out. Good play from short. Bottom of 9, Cards leading 10-7. Dave Veers against Vlad Guerrero, going to left. Sean Dunston has enough room to make the catch. The Cardinals win it by a count of 10-7. Jim Edmonds tying his career high with 5 RBI.
Glenn Barker having an outstanding game center. Top 4. Andy Tracy, he going up the hill and up and oh yeah, home run, and you get back in. He's given effort. He's Ronaldo Nehemiah, right up and over it.
Ronaldo never hit the hurdle.
10-9. Yeah, Skeets was quick. Lee Stevens game-winning hit. He also tripled and homered in the game. Expos pounded 4 homers, 3 of them off Astros starter Jose Lima. He's now served up 35 gopher balls. His ERA almost 7, but at least he didn't get a decision. Klein, a save. He leads the major, 60 appearances.
3 game tied at 1. Bases loaded for Chris Truby with 2 outs. And the Lord said you got to rise up. First career grand slam. He had 2 homers on Friday. Didn't play Saturday. Trying to earn a job for next year. He said, I just want to give him something to look at. Top 9. Truby shows home runs ain't nothing without a glove. Truby, Hayton, caught up June 16th to replace the injured Ken Caminetti. He went 3 for 3 with 6 RBI. Scott Ellerton would get some more help. Lee Stevens, a hopper to second. Bill Spires makes an ill stop. Ellerton takes his first complete game of the season. 4 hits, earned run, 3 Ks. Stros win at 8-1. So after 3 homers since Friday.
A 0.53 ERA in a D-backs uniform. Great play here. Tony Womack makes the diving stop and then throws out Jose Vidra. Bottom 1, Trey Moore on the mound. Trey pitching to Steve Finley, 2 on, 2 out. Moore striking out Finley, but wait a minute. The ball gets by Chris Widger, then Lee Stevens can't handle the Widger throw. What about Finley? He is safe, and Jay Bell scores to make it 1-0 Diamondbacks. Top second 2 runners on Peter Bergeron. Bergeron, comebacker Schilling makes the play, throws out Bergeron. We're still at 2-0. 2 on, 2 out, Moore. Top of the 4th, Moore. Back to the mound. Schilling can't make the play there. Ball rolls into foul ground. That's a single that loads the bases. Next batter, Bergeron. Finds some space up the middle. That scores Chris Widger and Wilton Guerrero. Bergeron's only hit of the game. He drove in 2. He's hitting 244 with tied. And Damian Miller with a runner on. Miller likes the view. Reaches the wall. Steve Finley would score on that. 1 RBI for Miller. That was it. And the Diamondbacks win on Schilling's 6th complete game. Schilling with his 2nd straight complete game and 5th in his last 7 outings. He's now 3-0 in 3 starts with Arizona. You know, he's allowed just 3 earned runs in 26 innings there. Schilling has now pitched 8 straight complete games against Montreal. Randy Johnson. Wonder if he's still fighting with Buck Showalter. D-backs have 1-0. Vladimir Guerrero against Brian Anderson. Guerrero says it's not you, it's me. 27th home run of the year, 2-1 Montreal. Bottom 4, we're tied at 3, bases full. Tony Womack facing Scott Downs. Liner Jose Vidro, great play. He was also 3 for 5, and then he doubles the man on second. Expos get out of it. We're tied. Top 5, Vlad. Opposite way muscle. Number 28. 4 RBIs in this game. 3 hits. He also had a triple. 6-3 Montreal. He's every manager's dream. Guerrero again. The trifecta facing Russ Springer. There's the triple. He's a fantasy come true for a big league manager, isn't he, Kenny? Vlad Guerrero. Styling. Guerrero, his 4th multi-homer game this season. 8 Colorado bags full. Brian Rose, his first start in Colorado, gets Jose Silva to Papa to Larry Walker. 7 hits allowed, 5 innings for Rose. Next inning, same situation with the bags full. Warren Morris this time. It's deep, off of Rose, caught by Larry Walker. End of threat. On to the 6, Rockies in trouble again. Craig House. It's Jason Kendall to load the bags. Bases full for the 3rd straight inning. Mike Myers comes into pitch, strikes out Brian Giles. Giles left 6 on. When hitless, Pirates stranded 14. Rockies win 6-1. Strikeout leader facing Vladimir Guerrero, who strikes out on the slider. Jeff Bloom can't find it against RJ. 11 Ks for Johnson. Top 4, 1-0 Expos. A runner on, 2 outs. Terry Jones looking for space up the middle, finds it. Lenny Webster would score on that. Jones will be thrown out at second base. Little Brady, 2-0 Montreal. Bottom 5, 2-1 Montreal, 2 runners on, nobody out. Kelly Stinnett against Vasquez. Stinnett, chopper. Jose Vidro, underrated on defense. Nice play, 2 for 5. He was at the plate, by the way, hitting 342. We're tied because Jason Conte scored. Vladimir Guerrero. Is there any doubt? 5 homers in 6 games against Arizona for Guerrero. Hitting .478 against the D-backs this year. We are tied at 3 on his 29. Terry Jones against Greg Swindell. Jones. Lee Stevens would score on that. Expos would win 4-3. But you know what? Don't blame it on Randy Johnson because he left with a 3-2 lead. Yeah. The 11 hits allowed, though, by Randy.
Ball top 4, Brian Bohannon. Off Dustin Hermanson. Bohannon coming in an .085 hitter, 2 for 25, but the pitcher gets his 2nd career home run. Rockies up 3-1. Top 6, it's Bohannon again. Again facing Hermanson, and again he burns him. This time it's to right. It's going to bring in Todd Walker. Bohannon a double makes it 5-1 Colorado. He also pitched pretty well, 7 solid innings, allowing only 1 run on 9 hits. Still top 6. They're loaded for Larry Walker. Just his 9th home run of the year, but his 4th career grand slam as the Rockies win 10-3. Colorado getting at least 10 runs on the road for the 3rd time this season. Compare that to when they play at Coors. The Rockies loaded for Jeff Cirillo. That's up the middle. It's going to score Larry Walker and Jeffrey Hammond's career hit number 999 for Cirillo. 2-0 Colorado. Bottom 4 now. Vladimir Guerrero to right. Larry Walker catching, Jose Vidro tagging, and here we go. It's Larry Walker. This is just an absolute missile. Walker's 9th assist.
To prove it, top 9, 3-2 Expos. 2-minute board, Neffy Perez against Steve Klein. Vladimir Guerrero will try. Can't make the grab. Ben Petrick and Juan Pierre score 4-3 Rockies. Next batter is Larry Walker. The wild pitch, Perez coming plateward. Klein and Perez get tangled up. Perez scores 5-3 Rockies. Look at it again. Perez's acrobatic play with Klein. Rockies pick up the victory by the count of 5-3. Colorado has won 3 straight on the road for the first time this year.
Here, Vasquez trying to get his 9th win. Going well here in the 4th. Jeffrey Hammond's choking on a splinter. And then Todd Hollinsworth, he's going away. Todd Walker, he's held to go away. Next up, Brent May. Wiffle ball occurs. Julian Tavares strikes out. Now we're in the 7th. Vasquez against Neffy Perez. It's close, but it's a walk. The bases are loaded. Jeff Cirillo is the next batter. Wow. Couldn't hit that. Scoreless after 7. 9th inning, Expos up 3-2. Todd Helton hits it to the big crowd out in right. 28th of the year, had 2 in this game. 8 multi-homer games for him this season.
Arizona, and looking to rebound from losing 3 of 4 to the Mets. Mike Johnson facing Marvin Bernard, master batter. Number 10 for Bernard, 1-0 Giants. 3 batters later, same score, bases loaded, nobody out. JT Snow has someplace else to go. His 2nd grand slam of the season, his 7th of his career, 14th home run for JT Snow. Giants out to a 5-0 lead. Now 5-3, Giants. 2 runners on. Milton Bradley against Kirk Reeder. Bradley not scared of heights. His first home run, 6-5 Montreal now. Bottom 3, only 7-6. Vladimir Guerrero says it's not you, it's me to Kirk Reeder. Is there any doubt? His 2nd home run of the game, number 31 on the year for Vlad, retired at 7. Same score, JT Snow ends it simply. Another home run, his 15th on the year. He had 2 in the game. JT with a career-high 6 RBIs. Bottom 6, Orlando Cabrera, Miguel De Toro, Cabrera, the Flair, Marvin Bernard. You can see that all day if you're a Giant fan.
He did it again. He left half his right arm on the turf.
You got it. It's good. The win. It's a win for the Giants. Keeps the Giants a game up on Arizona in the West.
Score Dustin Hermanson to Jeff Kent. Jeff Kent, that is a blooper. Going to get down in front of Milton Bradley. Bill Miller going to come in to score. Kent's only knock, 103rd ribby of the season. Now, 5th inning, 2-0 Giants. Hermanson to Barry Bonds and get Newt. His 35th of the year, 27th career home run at Olympic Stadium, breaks him out of a tie with Mike Schmidt for most by any visiting player. That's why they walked him 3 times. Mark Gartner making it look easy. Orlando Cabrera dropped the deuce on him. Guy falls down, 4 strikeouts for Gardner in 7 innings. Now in the 8th, 3-1. Rich Aurelia, former driller, little base knock. Bonds coming home to score. He'd scored 3 times in this game. Makes it 4-1 Giants, and they win it 4-1. Giants win 3 on the road for the first time since the end of June. Bonds not only homers at Olympic, but 54 all-time against the Expos, most by an active player against any
home away from home. Here's why. The guy has 28 home runs at Olympic Stadium in his career, the most by any opposing player. That's his 36th home run of the year. He's 2 behind Sammy Sosa for the Major League lead. Bottom 8, 2 on Jose Vidro. Long driver off of Doug Henry, a 3-run home run for Vidro, the player who plays in the shadow of Vlad Guerrero in Montreal. Number 18, Expos within 1. Bottom 9, same score, runners on the corners. Felix Rodriguez strikes out Terry Jones. Game over. The Giants escape with a 5-4 win. It's the Giants' 4th straight victory. With no score, but not for long, Cabrera, master batter. Right over Gary Sheffield's head and over the wall, a solo shot. Expos up 1-0 on Cabrera's 9th. Bottom 3, Dustin Hermanson. Gets Goodwin looking for the strikeout. Hermanson 8 2/3, 1 earned run. Expos up 3-zip, 2 out Cabrera. Not done playing hero. That scores Vlad Guerrero. Expos go up 4-0. Cabrera 2 for 3, 2 RBI. 1 on, 1 out for Mark Ridzelanek for the Dodgers. All right, Ridzelanek to Lee Stevens, who tags first and tags Goodwin for the out to complete the double play. The Expos win. What's wrong with the Dodgers? Dustin Hermanson goes 8 2/3 to snap a personal 4-game losing skid. Some pointers from Sean Green on how to play the outfield. He was filling in for Gary Sheffield. Running stab by Leyritz, and then Leyritz diving catch, and then Jimmy against the wall. He also had his first home run as a Dodger. Easy stuff. Bottom 5, Dodgers up 2. Ishmael Valdez, a career 123 hitter. That's the pitcher's first career home run, putting the Dodgers up 5-2. They had 6 homers in this game to the Dodgers. Then in the 6th, Eric Karros capping off a 9-run inning with this 3-1. That would be 3-run.
I'm with you.
That would be Linda having her New York accent getting in the way of history. Eric Karros, 2 home runs in this game. The Expos, Brown facing Peter Bergeron and doing nicely against Peter. Top 5, Brown facing Fernando Seganol, not on, 2 out, striking him out. Showing his frustration, he pounds his bat against the ground. Does Seganol? Kevin Brown at bat leading off. Bunts, and it hits his hand. He's awarded first. Felipe Alou not thrilled with that call. The trainer looks at Brown's hand. It's fine. Same inning, Sean Green. Green is only hit of the game. He's hitting .277. Dodgers up 4-0. Green's 89th RBI of the year. Kevin Brown, meanwhile, headed back to the clubhouse to get checked out. You don't want to mess around with that hand. Wilton Guerrero batting. 5-0 Dodgers. Guerrero. That'll end the inning. Kevin Brown perfect through 6 innings. Top 7. Brown facing Peter Bergeron. You saw him at the top of the highlight, if you recall. Bergeron gets revenge. There goes the perfect game off the glove of Adrian Beltre.
So Bergeron, a line
Dodgers win 5-1. Kevin Brown's final line read 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run.
Second game for the Dodgers without Gary Sheffield, serving that 5-game suspension while he battles the flu. Dodgers home to the Weeby Illin Expos in Chan-Ho Park. You betcha. To right center. First career home run. Dodgers lead the majors with 5 homers for pitchers. Dreifert has 3. Valdez the other one. Meanwhile, Devon White to right. Wilton Guerrero. That's a bit offline, babe. Eric Karras scores. Expos 2 errors in the game. LA up 3-0. Same inning. Dodgers up 4-0. Chan-Ho. Now hitting .232 on the year. That is higher than F.P. Santangelo, Kevin Elster, and Tom Goodwin. Dodgers up 5-0. Expos threaten in the 5th. Nice little breaking ball there. Michael Barrett, Alex Cora. Can't quite get Barrett at first. The bases are loaded. Next batter, here's Chan-Ho. See how nasty. That's pretty nasty. 7 innings, 7 Ks. Peter Bergeron sit down. So for the 6th straight start, Chan-Ho allows fewer than 3 runs.
They may not have baseball for long. A lot of apathy as you see all the empty seats back there. Top of the 2nd, no score. Tony Eusebio right back up the middle off Felipe Lira. 21-game hitting streak now. Well, more on that in just a moment. But we move on to the 3rd. Bases loaded for Richard Hidalgo. There you see the loaded bases, just in case you didn't believe me. Now it's Hidalgo into right center, and it drops in there. Roger Cedeno scores. Julio Lugo scores. Astros up 2-0. Now, bottom of the 5th, it's 3-1 Stros. Runners first and second, nobody out. Chris Holt to Andy Tracy gets him swinging. 2 hitters later, 2 outs. Milton Bradley. We just like getting Milton Bradley in the highlight, but Lugo does make a nice play there to get him at first. Holt went 7 in the 3rd, gave up 7 hits, struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. Bottom of the 9th, still 3-1. Vlad Guerrero didn't start because of that shoulder problem against Octavio Dotel to center field, and that is your ballgame. The Astros win it, and they win it by the final of 3-1. Dotel becomes the 8th pitcher, just the 3rd in National League history to make 15 starts and save 10 games.
Expos bottom 4, no score. Jose Lima to Jose Vidro. Oh, man, he wants it back, but he gets it back in the worst possible way. 21st of the year for Vidro. Expos up 1-0. Top 9 is where we go next. 5-1 Expos, bases loaded, 1 out. Tony Eusebio drives that one down the 3rd base line. Jeff Bagwell, Moises Alou, and Chris Truby will all score. I'm starting to sound like BK. 22-game hitting streak for Eusebio. Same inning, 1 on, 2 out. Steve Klein to Mitch Molesky. Vlad Guerrero. No thanks for the lace. Leather will do just fine. 5-4. The Expos get the victory. A 9-hit attack.
Expos, Kurt Schilling getting Vladimir Guerrero in the 2nd. Schilling retired the first 13 Expos he faced. Top 3, Luis Gonzalez. Vlad is on the run. That in support of Mike Thurman, who allowed 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Things getting rough in the 5th for Schilling. Michael Barrett's up the middle. Jeff Blum will score, but Orlando Cabrera gets himself hung up. However, the Expos still managed to tie the game at 2. Bottom 7 is 3-3. Barrett one more time. This one to right. Danny Bautista. Blum comes in. Expos up 4-3. 3 hits for Barrett on Monday. Bottom 8 now, 6-5 Montreal. They're loaded for Orlando Cabrera. Taking Mike Morgan to right. Jose Vidro comes in. They wave Guerrero as well. Expos go on to win 9-5. Cabrera 3 for 4, double. He drove in 3. Kurt Schilling had pitched 8 straight complete games against the Expos.
On start against the Expos. Top of the 5th, 4-2. 1 on, 2 out for Greg Colbrun. Colbrun off Javier Vasquez. His 10th of the year. Vasquez disappointed. Bottom 5, still 6-2. 2 on, 1 out for Jose Vidro. Off Geraldo, up and out. 22nd of the year for Vidro. Cuts the lead to 6-5. And here we go. Bottom 6, tied at 6. Fernando Seganol rips one down the 3rd baseline. Matt Williams, the play and the throw to get him, saving a run, keeping it a tie game. More on Williams in a bit. 6 all, top of the 7th, 1 out for Colburn again. Rips the single to center. Tony Womack would score. D-backs go up 7-6. Go on to an 8-7. Greg Colburn, 2 for 4, a homer and 3 ribs. Dan Plesac improves to 4-0 in relief of Geraldo.
Scrambling after the Giants in the West. Top first, Steve Finley. Finley to deep center, and bye-bye. Couple bombs on the night for that guy, 33 on the year. Randy was mean. Bottom first, Wilton Carrero going down. Next batter is Milton Bradley. No, sir. Bottom second, Johnson making Vlad look bad on the junk outside. Next batter, Jeff Blum, absolutely nuts. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 5-0 D-backs. Runners on second and third with no outs on Johnson, but Randy works his way out of it, gets Blum again. Next batter is Fernando Seganal. Johnson reaches back and gets him there. 10 Ks on the night for the unit. He scrambles out of the jam. Bottom 9, Johnson looking for the shutout. Vlad Guerrero. That's not going to do much damage. Jay Bell going to gobble it up out there in shallow right, and the D-backs win it 7-0 the final. So much for Randy Johnson's slump. He beats the Expos for the first time in his career, his third shutout this season.
The Reds, well, Bichette happens. Well, okay, now it's Bichette happened. Ken Griffey Jr. had a deep fly to right that was caught on the track. This one, however, was not caught. Okay, maybe by a fan. 36th of the year, 5-2 Reds. Then it's a bit of leather larceny. Vlad Guerrero, not quite. Chris Sexton, the backhand grab on the throw. Reds go on to get the victory. Rob Bell picks up his first win in more than a month. Junior's souvenir deposit was his first home run in almost 2 weeks. We're talking.
How about little Hugh Hefner Jr.? He's got the young gal next to him, but he's scanning the crowd for other options. St. X grad Chris Sexton started in place of Barry Larkin and had a tough night at the plate. This bases-loaded double play ball prevented the Reds from snapping a 2-all tie, but they eventually forged ahead. This sac fly by Sean Casey made it Cincinnati 4, Montreal 3 after 5. But starter Ron Vallone couldn't hold the lead. In the 6th, he gave up 4 hits and a walk as Montreal pulled ahead 6-4. The Reds did not catch up tonight, but this is a highlight worth showing. Moeller High grad Mike Bell belted his first Major League home run in the game, but it came in a losing effort. The Expos over the Reds tonight.
Park, it's the wiener the world awaited, the Cons doggy man working the aisles. Sean Casey working the wood. That's smoked. That's his 11th and gave the Reds a 2-1 lead on the Expos in the 3rd. Alex Ochoa keeps doing it right and doing his part today. Takes this one to right. And Vlad, he can't get the handle. It makes it 3-1 Redlegs. Ochoa 2 for 5 today, 3 ribbies. 4th inning, Reds get it going again. Michael Tucker at first and breaking with a pitch. Save the break because Benito Santiago is going long. 2-run homer, his 4th of the season. 5-1 Reds and not looking back because Steve Paris putting up numbers. 7 innings of 1-run ball. Final Reds 8, Expos 1. Paris gets the win, and Jack McKeon gets what he's been looking for so many times this season.
The Expos, Mark McGuire, perhaps a pinch hitter someday. Bases loaded, count full. Vlad Guerrero can't hold up, no half strikes, throws his stuff and gets ejected. Here he talks to the home plate umpire, Mike Van Vliet. We look at it again, definitely goes around. Guerrero, you know, he's an Expo Montreal, so he says something in French, and that gets him chucked.
I can't even understand him.
Yeah, well, you know, it's French, I think. It's just not good. Anyway, bottom 4th, Edgar Renteria with the bases loaded. Rips it off Javier Vasquez. Why don't you put a coin in the merry-go-round because you can start it. J.D. Drew scores, Eric Davis scores, Langford scores, and a triple for Renteria. Finished 2 for 4, now is hitting .284. The Redbirds run their win streak to 5 and did it before the Monday Night Football game started, which is always clutch. 10 players were headed to the sidelines at the TWA Dome. Clark goes with it, gets a knock. J.D. Drew and Jim Evans score. Clark plays supernatural against Santana. 8 for 8 lifetime. Cards lead 2-0. Top 6, Britt Remus has a no-hitter through 5 2/3, but Vlad has had enough of that. Double inside the bag. Couple of runs score. Guerrero cuts the lead to 6-2, but overall, Remus made him say uncle. 5 2/3, 1 hit, 3 earned, 4 walked. Bottom 6, Ray Langford. He is a lumberjack, and he's okay. Against Anthony Telford, a solo job is 22nd. Cardinals win at 7-6. That's 6 in a row for them, matching their season high. 16 of 20 overall. Garrett Stevenson against Vladimir Guerrero. Career homers at Busch Stadium for Vlad Guerrero, 0. I mean, 1. 2-run shot is 33rd. Expos up 2-1. Bottom 4, Hermanson Dustin Hermanson against Stevenson, and Stevenson thinks he's got his third base hit of the year. He is wrong. Jose Vidro, you know you can't spell glove without love. Hermanson, Stevenson again, and another one. Vidro stealing it again. Poor Stevenson, he's batting 40. That's tough. 40. All right, Vlad Guerrero, career homers at Busch Stadium is 2. His 6th multi-homer game of the year. Expos up 4-1. They win at 7-2. It's Vlad's 10th career multi-homer game, and Hermanson's first start against the Cards since September 26th of 1998.
Cardinals were in the top of the first. Vladimir Guerrero. Left field, J.D. Drew. Yes, can. Bottom one, Tony Armas Jr. making his first start in 2 months, back from the sore shoulder. Jim Edmonds gets a hold of one, his 39th home run of the year. 2-run shot, Cards up 2-zip. The story in this one, Darryl Kyle. Wilton Guerrero with a man on second, down he goes. Guerrero 0 for 4, struck out 4 times in the game. Now Jeff Blum's on second, Fernando Seganol, down he goes. Then it's Orlando Cabrera as Kyle strikes out 10 in 7 innings of work, gives up just 1 run. Cards win at 6-1. Kyle now 17 wins, tied with Randy Johnson for second most in the league.
Facing Andy Ashby, who's trying to snap a personal 4-game losing streak. To left, Reggie Sanders, and Reggie gets himself kind of turned around here. And he's got it. No, hold on, he doesn't. Fernando Seganol is going to come in. Expos go up 2-1. Look again. The bottom 5, it's 2-2 now. Trey Moore to Brian Jordan, who's in a 1 for 15 skid. Not anymore. That scores Chipper. Braves go up 3-2. Jordan began Friday hitting .443 against lefties. 9th inning, a rocker comes in, gets Wilton Guerrero to ground into the force, and that'll do it. Braves win. Their lead over the Mets now 3.5 games to top the National League East. Andy Ashby 0-4, 6.84 in his Braves beginning Saturday. 3.5 up on New York for the division lead. Expos in Atlanta. 5-5, bottom 10, Rafael Furcal. To right, they are going to wave Keith Lockhart, and look at the throw from Vladimir Guerrero. Right on the money. Vlad, a Brave killer, hitting .548 versus Atlanta this season and getting it done with defense as well. Top 12, they're on the corners for Brian Schneider. To left, it's deep enough for Jeff Blum, and here we go. Steve Cisco's throw not there, and the Expos would go on to win 7-5 and 12. So the Mets and Braves both lose, keeping Atlanta 3.5 games ahead of New York atop the NL East.
Get up here in the second inning, Vladimir Guerrero, ground ball to Keith Lockhart. Boots that. With the club, 17 errors in 14 games. Guerrero safe at first. Fernando Seganol is next, and he rocks that opposite field blast. 3 for 4 in the game. He's 5 for 7 in his career against Glavine. Expos take a 2-0 lead, and on the other side, Javier Vasquez is on the hill, and he was sharp, Buck.
Well, it was 2-0 bottom of the second inning. Andres Galarraga facing Vasquez, and he catches that outside corner with a fastball. 1 out. Galarraga, he's seen that all year long from his pitchers. Next batter, Javi Lopez. Outside pitch again, 2 outs. That's the way Javi has that Brave staff pitch, outside. Then Reggie Sanders lifts a fly ball to right field. Another outside pitch. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Vasquez. Brian, he was working that outside part of the plate.
Let's bring it up now to the 6th inning. You have a man on second here. Glavine to Andy Tracy. Oh, Tracy, the rookie with some power. He's slugging .470 going in, so he has that type of power, but he rocks one out on Glavine. His 9th home run of the year. It's 4-0. Bottom of the 6th, nobody out. Man on second, but Vasquez gets Chipper Jones. That's 1. Again, a leadoff man on second, the big cat. Ground ball to short, holding the runner, getting the out. Galarraga 0 for 11 lifetime against Vasquez. That's 2 outs, and here's 3 outs. Javier Lopez looking. And again, you're the man on second, nobody out. Braves couldn't get him in. The 7th inning, same type of deal here, Harold.
Well, Vasquez had a tremendous changeup. You've seen it already, and it sets up this fastball right here and freezes for a count. A little up and in the zone, but hey, you know what, Bobby? You guys have been getting that all year. I know he's a little upset. And then he gets Wally Joyner with that nasty changeup. Vasquez had a tremendous game.
4-0 is the final. Here's Vasquez goes here, the complete game shutout. Vasquez outduels Glavine. Tom Glavine's next shot at 20, by the way, a rematch with Randy Johnson in Arizona on Friday.
Just kidding.
We're pals.
That's right. Vladimir Guerrero pops one up. Guerrero went hitless in this game. That is rare. Look at this catch by Travis Lee into the stands. And this is even better. The gun. as he guns out Andy Tracy at third. More impressive than the catch. Game scoreless through 7. Top 8. Jose Vidro playing hurt with nagging injuries all year. This was his only hit of the game, and it was his 23rd home run of the year. He's hitting .330. Expos win 1-0. That was the only run of the game. Tony Armas Jr. gets his first win since July 30 through
Montreal, and this is Edgardo Alfonso in the top of the first, no score. Alfonso last year 27 home runs. This his 20th this year. Fair and gone, 1-0 Mets. Glendon Rush up in the top of the second. The pitcher 2 for 48 in his career at the plate, and looky here, gets through there. Jay Payton comes in to score. Rush's first Major League RBI. We're all tied up now at 2 runs apiece. Mike Piazza, he says he's tired, but this doesn't look like a tired player. Head first slide, safe, his 4th steal of the year. And on the next pitch, Jay Payton, who homered Wednesday, also homered in this one. This one to Vladimir Guerrero. Here comes Piazza. A developing situation. Piazza in there. Mets up 4-2. The top of the 7th, it's Ventura. Mets up 5-3, and Ventura a 3-run home run. Bobby V says Ventura is still a major contributor. Indeed he is. Ventura for the 2nd straight game coming through. His 22nd home run of the year.
Win situation. Dealing with the Expos, Javier Vasquez. He's already down 1-0 in the first. Now Bell's on third. You like this move or no?
I love this move. Mike Piazza, it's a fly ball to shallow center field. Now, if the center fielder catches this ball, there's no way you tag up. But early in the game, when the shortstop catches it, you take a chance at it. And Derek Bell took a good chance, but Cabrera made a really nice play. It was a little bit off balance. He was going backwards, but you take that chance early in the game.
Do you run there, Brian? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'll run there. You got to make the center fielder catch the ball. That was a bad play by the shortstop.
All right, this isn't very good either. The first baseman for the Mets, Todd Steele, usually dependable, try to charge and force things. Instead, the ball ate him up. Eric keeps the inning alive. Next batter is the pitcher, Javier Vasquez. Still playing bottom 2, and the Mets up 1-0. First and second, and the pitcher comes through. That's a backbreaker. Cocoletta's in 1-1. How's this for a slide?
It's a great slide. Piazza has the play block. Cocolette knows he can't go through him, so he's going to try to go around him. Slides to the side, gets the left hand in there. Beats the tag. It's about the only thing you can do.
Piazza, Javier Vasquez, no one on, 2 down, still 1-1. The man is mired in the slump, but at some point, the slump's got to end. Oh, he hung one and he banged it. Mets are up 2-1. Piazza, it's a laser shot out. For Piazza, that would be his only hit before it passed. Bottom 6, 3-1 lighter. Peter Bergeron with 2 down, swinging a drive down the left field line, and it is fair. Bergeron in the leadoff spot had 1 hit. It was the man behind him, Orlando Cabrera, who really buried him. He went 3 for 4. 3-2 Mets. Lighter, done. Next batter, Orlando Cabrera. Turk Wendell comes on. Turk Wendell didn't have it. Orlando Cabrera's 10th of the year. Expos grab a lead of 4-3. And they win it by a final score of 4-3. 3 straight 2-out hits hurt that guy in the 6th inning. Yes, they get a big victory. How's this for a match unit, too? 9 different Expos.
Runners on the corners. This is Edgardo Alfonso. That's a home run. 3-run shot. Fonzie's 21st. And the Mets lead 5-0. Next batter, Robin Ventura. 13th time this season, New York has hit back-to-back jacks. Ventura's 23rd. All this off Dustin Hermanson, who allowed 7 runs in 3 2/3, but only 1 of those runs was earned. The Mets win big 10-4, so they stay 2 games behind Atlanta for the National League East lead, and they move 5 ahead of the Diamondbacks for the wild card. Rick Reed allowed 2 runs on 8 hits and 6. He is the
You're not going to get it that way. The man from Vlad has just left the building. 2-0 Expos. Guerrero's 38. He'll come calling for more. Watch the hanging curve. It's still hanging. Expos up 3-0 in the 4th. He's going to win an MVP one year. Top 6, Expos up 5-0. Tony Armas Jr. against Benny Agbayani. Aloha means goodbye. Expos win it 5-0.
Marlins Expos, highlights from an Olympic stadium that have not been tape delayed. Vlad Guerrero off Jesus Sanchez, and that's really high. Vlad's 40th of the season. He had 2 in the game. That's now 41. 120 in the last 3 seasons. Brother Wilton tied at 3 in the 4th. He delivers. That's a laser. His 2nd. And speaking of mom, Stu, she's there. And you know what they say? When mama's happy, everybody's happy. Expos Expos go up 4-3. Peter Bergeron facing Ricky Bonas. Expos up 8-4. That gets by Cliff Floyd, and Bergeron now going to hustle. A couple of runs score. Last time they had an inside the park home run by an Expo, July 21st, 1998. It was Orlando Cabrera, and that record's gone. It belongs to Bergeron. A season-low 4,769 show up. Fun stuff on the Brothers Guerrero. He's got himself an axe. He knows how to use it. That ball is off Mike Thurman, his 29th homer of the year. He also has 178 strikeouts, even trade. Marlins up 3-0. Kev Millar batting. Orlando Cabrera, you know you can't spell glove without love. Bang, bang. Millar is out. Brian Dempster pitching to Peter Bergeron, inside the park home run Monday, and just inside out on that one. Marlins win it 3-1. Dempster 8 1/3 innings, 8 Ks to raise his season total to 199. Luis Castillo, 2 more infield hits to give him a major league leading 58 for the year. He also stole 3 bags to tie Chuck Carr's team record of 58.
And Guerrero drills it, 43rd on the year, breaking his own club record that he set last year. 5-1 in favor of Montreal. Bottom 6, bases loaded. Jose Vidro over the head of Preston Wilson. All 3 runs come in to score, and Montreal's up 8-1, and the Expos go on to win by the score of 10-3. Orlando Cabrera matched his career high with 5 RBIs for the winners. Florida manager John Bowles on Vladimir Guerrero. This is what Babe Ruth must have looked like.
No score. Jones with a shot. 2 outs. It's high, and it's an out. All right, Orlando Cabrera with the simple catch. But wait, Jones complains that the ball hit the roof or a speaker or something up there. The umpires come out, and they listen, and they talk about it. The managers come out. They're not happy about it, and eventually he was called out. Back to the action now. Javi Lopez saying, fastball up, please, Kevin. Millward delivers, and Cabrera delivers as well. Gone, his 13th of the season. 2nd straight game with a homer, 4-zip Expos. Then it's Jones. How do you spell revenge? You spell it H-O-M-E-R-U-N. His 33rd, a 3-run shot, all on 2 outs. Braves were down 5-4, but then Vlad Guerrero would score on this Jeff Blom base hit to left center field. Blom 3 for 4. His average up to 295. He has 45 RBI on the season. And would you believe it? The Expos come away with a victory. Now, despite going 1 for 4, Guerrero is still batting .422 in the month of September.
Braves and Expos and baseball mad Montreal. Top first, no score, Greg Maddux. Just being Greg Maddux. Get Peter Bergeron looking. Wilton Guerrero. That's strike 3. They're all transfixed. Andy Tracy, they're hypnotized. Bat sitting on the shoulder. Maddux strikes out the side. Top 6. Braves up 2-0. Bases bloated. Reggie Sanders taking Scott Forster to left center. Scott didn't particularly want to go there. Ollie, income free. Sanders 6 RBI in the game. Braves up 5-0. More Maddux. He was staunch.
And there's number 13.
Career high 13 Ks on the night. The Braves win 10-0, so they clinch their 9th straight playoff spot with the win.
Saying winning the East was partly symbolic, saying bottom line is to get in. Well, the way the Braves are playing, that's all they'll get. We'll start there. We'll start with Chipper Jones as well, Buck.
Well, Chipper's had a great September, and he has good at-bats. And you can see when the big guys get in the crunch, they take good pitches, they're patient, and they work until they can get a pitch they can drive. He gets the ball out over the plate. He drives it to the wall, sacrifice fly. Brian puts him up 1-0. Good at bat for Chipper.
Now here in the second, Braves down 3-1 at this point. 2 on for Keith Lockhart. Just lunging after that. Base hit back up the middle. Whoa, let's go. Let's go. Lockhart 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. There'll be a lot in this game. It'll be tied up now 3-3. 3 men later. Bases are loaded for Andrew Jones. Jones drives this on Mike Thurman. That's going to the gap. Lockhart, Andy Ashby, and Furcal will score.
That's the biggest change in Andrew Jones' game. Driving the ball to right field now. Merv Retman has really helped him a lot.
Now here Rafael Furcal hacking at that. Solo shot. The rookie 3 for 5 in this game. Only the 4th home run of his season. It's 7-3 Braves. In the 8th, 2 on for Javi Lopez. And getting that on Steve Klein.
That's a guy they have to get going. He hasn't swung the bat like he has in years past, and now is the time to get hot. You're right. The big guys are stepping up when it counts.
An easy one here.
Montreal going for 20 wins in front of his parents. There he gets some help from Reggie Sanders in the 8th, already up 4-0. Bottom of the 9th, 6-0 Braves. Glavin dealing to Orlando Cabrera with 2 outs, looking for his 20th win, and he got it. Not Cabrera, but Glavine.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Jones makes the catch, and watch this. He's like, his mama's appreciative. He's like, psych! No, come on, you got to keep that and give it to Glavine.
I've never heard you say got it on it like a win before.
Well, it's very rare that Tom Glavine reaches the 20-win plateau for the 5th time in his career.
Top of the 4th. Brian Dempster facing Vladimir Guerrero. Vlad impales one. His 44th of the year. He was 2 for 5. He's slugging .676. That's number 3 in the National League. It's a 3-2 game. In the 10th, it's 4-4. First and third, no outs. Cliff Floyd gets that on Steve Klein. Marlins take it 5-4 in 10 innings, and the Marlins become the first Major League team to jump at least 10 wins a season for 3 straight seasons since the New York Mets did so
in the first. Well, Vlad Guerrero was no trouble. He did have 4 strikeouts, but it was not a terrific night for Mr. Hampton. We'll talk about that. At least, well, I wouldn't say terrific by his standards. Gave up just 3 hits, but he only went 5. As for the game itself, we're talking about the real hits of the game, like that one by Jay Payton. First career grand slam. That one coming in the bottom of the first. You know, before that, he was 1 for 20 this year with the bases loaded. That boy warming up because the Expos pitchers were getting roughed up. Amazons have won 6 of 7 and 3 in a row. Payton slammed 8th for the club this year. That ties a Met record set last season.